right. We've been cooped up in quarantine for far too long. We finally made it back out on the trail. We have Miles, you haven't appeared since one of the original Show Brothers videos. You were in the Zaleski video. We are in the Cranberry Wilderness. We've been wanting to come down here for a while. This was originally supposed to be an Arizona trip, but coronavirus had other plans. It appears that everybody else had the idea to do this, and we specifically didn't come to Dolly Sods because it's Memorial Day weekend, because we thought it would be too crowded. And this place, lo and behold, there's probably 30 cars at the trailhead. Andy's got a first gear failure and we haven't even started.
Yeah, these things are like 10 years old.
They are old.
And the screw in here is corroded from water. So
you need some duct tape?
Or I just hike with one pole.
I did that in Grayson last year. It actually wasn't that bad.
On a stick maybe?
You've got my wife's poles. And Andy's old pack.
That's my first pack.
Andy's first pack is here.
Yep.
The Deuter Arclight 65 liter pack. And then Andy and I have the Light AF packs. That thing is tricked out. We got bear spray, we got GPS, we got hand sanitizer. Sam's got his Arc Haul.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, everybody's got water filters. We are doing 2 trips in one here. We drove down to West Virginia for 8 days. This is the first leg of the trip. We were doing 36 miles in the Cranberry Wilderness, so 3 nights, 4 days. And then we're gonna pop out and do 3 nights, 4 days in the Dolly Sods region. So we were not able to get to Arizona because of this pandemic stuff. So we did the next best thing. We always wanted to hit up Cranberry Wilderness, so we are here, and it is beautiful. Does it feel good to be back out?
Yeah, it feels nice. It's gonna be a wet trail.
Yeah, it's gonna be wet. Look at the entrance though.
Oh, it's catch and release.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this is a very popular fly fishing / fishing destination. And we are going in there. Nice, pretty shot of the trail. It is definitely very wet, as to be expected. We've had like record amounts of rain, but it is gorgeous. I mean, it looks like something out of Narnia. I mean, absolutely beautiful. So we're hiking in today, and we got here, it's like Saturday afternoon. We're only gonna do, 3, 4, 5 miles and set up camp. This looks to be the trail for today, and I am a-okay with this. So apparently this is an old railroad, I guess. Doesn't look like much of one, but we are all downhill. Today, we're on the North Fork Trail right now in the Cranberry Wilderness, and we have about, 4 miles till we hit the river, and we're gonna try and find a campsite along there. But I mean, look, Sam, how sweet is this?
Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
This is fun. Yeah, like you said, just 5 hours away and in a whole new biome.
I know. What biome would you call this?
Well, I suppose I should know the technical name, but I can't remember.
Like a alpine?
No, we're not alpine. We're not that high. we're subalpine.
Well, we knew we were gonna have to do some of this because the water's so high and there's so many streams and rivers here. This is our first stream crossing, and this is a pretty aggressive stream crossing. So Andy's going across first. Check it out. Probably set up camera, give us a sweet shot.
You could do that, Miles.
Look at that. It's not bad at all. Yeah. We got it going.
got it?
Very cool so far. So if you can see, there's a bunch of campsites that run along this river, and we're about 3 miles in. We are going to probably go another mile or so, mile and a half, and set up along this river. We packed in some luxury brews for the first night, as always, so we need to have nature's refrigerator next to us to get them cold. Very impressed so far with the Cranberry Wilderness, and you know, I've seen people's videos here, I've read about it, it's very cool. Oh, there's a really nice site in there with firing. But a lot of camping so far, which is great. And it's making me really excited for Dolly Sods, because Dolly Sods has the same sort of camping setup. But a lot of campsites along this river, so looking forward to a great night along the river. You know, we hike to camp, we are campers, so we like to have a good camp setup. And we've got some fun food, we've got some cold brews, so it's just so nice to be back in the woods. River crossing number 2 complete, and now it's Andy's turn. All right, he's got it. We're there. Oh man. We kept finding sweet campsite after sweet campsite along this river, and they're all taken by people. All the people in the parking lot. But we found a pretty good one. I'll show you right now. We got a nice spot along the river there. Got a couple hammock options. Miles is in the tent. And we even got a fire ring. So there's actually some options over there. But pretty nice spot. And Andy's got the beers in the cooler.
There's the beer weir, as Joe Robinette would say. Gotta get these puppies chilled. Look at the setting. It's awesome. Tons of good campsites along this river. There's a lot of people out though. But yeah, I'd say we got, I don't know, 30 minutes of chill time, and we'll be ready.
All right, time for a camp tour. Quick one. We're all along this. Are you getting bit?
They're around me.
Yeah, the bugs haven't been bad. We got Andy right there and the chameleon. And the Banyan Bridge. Look at that. Already flat already. I'm testing that out this whole trip. Bear spray hung on the tree. And we got Sam kind of back in there. This is going to be a tricky situation if it starts raining, because we got tarp, and a bunch of trees. So we'll figure it out. Andy's got an ice cold CBC Bodie, chilled. And then Miles is actually using the Altiplex. Yeah. How do you like it so far? Yep, good. All right.
Yeah, 30-second review. Go.
Yeah. It's time for happy hour. Bodie happy hour, and then I think some cocktails.
This is why we bring Sam and Miles.
Yeah.
Because look at this fire pit action. And then there's Kevin sitting in his chair.
Hey, I brought the fire starters. What are you bringing to this fire?
And I'm also sitting in the chair doing nothing. Oh, wait, no, I chilled the beer.
That was true.
Yeah.
Everyone plays a part.
Everyone plays a part. And I've got about another 3 weeks before I can get a haircut.
Once again, hiking project for the win here. So we parked right there and hiked in. This is the North Fork Trail. So the full trip here is we are hiking along this North Fork Trail, and we did 5.25 miles. So we're sitting right here. Then we're gonna take this trail all the way on this forest road, or it's not a forest road, it's like a mountain biking road to here, and then another 17 miles back that way. So the whole trip is about 36 miles. So we're 5 in on the North Fork Trail. And once again, the Hiking Project app is just incredible. I mean, you can see we're all downhill today. So we did 5.14, sitting right here. And then tomorrow, you can see we get on this right here. And we're gonna be up here, and it's all downhill. And then all uphill. Okay, is that chicken and dumplings?
Oh.
You brought that one before, right? Yeah. I'm having Backpacker's Pantry. Sam, what are you having?
I'm gonna cook up some beef stroganoff.
That's right. Mountain House. I can't believe that's your first time.
I know. I've heard rave reviews from everyone.
Miles.
And I'm having a 7-hour-old hamburger that I left in my bag.
Andy and I decided that, so we got these bags from Hilltop Packs, the second round of bags from Hilltop Packs.
Yeah.
And he made them bigger.
Yeah, it's like
they're bigger than the small face bag. And this size, I don't know what it is, but it's perfect for even, I have 4 days of food in here. Today was pretty good. It was a little muddy and wet, obviously. That's to be expected. It's rain plus 4 days. But it's great to be back out in the woods. So 36-mile loop in Cranberry Wilderness, followed by 35-40 miles in Dolly Sods, 70, 80 miles in West Virginia, 8 days. I'm really looking forward to these trips. Good morning from the Cranberry Wilderness. Woo, it's nice. It's probably like low 50s right now, so not too bad. I slept pretty good. It's nice being on the stream. So Andy, where are they? They're going to get the coffee and the food. Somewhere behind me. We got about 13 miles today, so gonna have a real breakfast, but I need to get some coffee immediately. Here's the breakfast lineup. Oatmeal with, I dehydrated fruit for the first time. See how that goes. Ooh. And then everyone have biscuits and gravy?
Yes.
Biscuits and gravy. Oh, Sam's got the breakfast skillet. You have so much biscuits and gravy, dude.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a hearty meal.
It's got to fill you up. What do you have for lunch?
It's a couple for choosing. Maybe chili mac or some beef stroganoff.
For lunch? That's bold. Yeah. I have these trail burritos that I'm going to cold soak. Are you cold soaking?
No. I have wraps.
Oh, that's right. You're a wrap man.
Yeah, a lot of us have wraps.
Are you wrapping it?
I'm wrapping it.
That's right. You always wrap it. All right, we are packed up. 13 miles today. From here, basically, we are following this river from 13 miles, all downhill, which is pretty ridiculous. And then we'll probably camp 13 miles from here where we leave this river and go straight uphill for the next 2 days. But it is beautiful outside. I mean, beautiful weather. We're all packed up, 13 miles, first full day on the trail. Let's go.
All right, so we got 13 miles of easy walking today, following this river all day long. It's it's either downhill or flat, which is hilarious, but it's been very, very easy walking. There's a bunch of blowdowns that you got to get around, and you know the trail's a little muddy, so your feet are gonna get wet, and that's fine. But 13 miles of just cruising sounds great, and then tomorrow and then our final day are all uphill. So we've pretty much just kind of followed the river, I guess, from the top, and we'll follow it all the way to the bottom, or where the trail stops following the river. Then the last 2 days we turn towards climbing back up to finish the loop back up to the car. Should be a pretty solid day. I think the high today is low 70s, which is fantastic. No rain so far in the forecast. So for spring, it's pretty good hiking conditions.
Well, it looks like we are walking on this all day, and I am a-okay with that, you know? The trail is super muddy, so it's kind of nice to be able to dry your feet out on this, and you can see Sam and Miles coming up there, and I honestly didn't realize, I knew it was a Forest Service road, but that can mean many different things, but it looks like it's like a gravel mountain bike trail, and there's shelters set up, so I don't know if you can rent them or whatever, but tons of camping. So we are going to take this another 10 miles, and I think that's going to be today's hike, and there they come.
So check this out. We've seen a couple of these shelters on this Forest Service road. Just absolutely beautiful scenic shelters on the river here. So if you want to do some trout fishing, and then like check out mountains there, just here, 360, beautiful. And then got a nice fire ring. We'll walk up. I want to go down to the river. I mean, this is beautiful. Look at this. Wow.
Well, we had a good run there. Thunderstorms are, well, storms are rolling in, so it's been raining the last like 15-20 minutes. We're not to the point yet where we're gonna put the rain jacket on, I don't think. Getting close. But it's raining. Yeah. But it's great to be on, you know, this. It's flat, it's easy. It's not really covered though, so here comes the rain. Well, so these things are everywhere. We didn't know that coming here. These are like been spaced every like every like 1-2 miles probably. So we don't know what the deal is with them, but there's a chance we might try and steal one for tonight. But I don't know how, like, is it first come first serve, or I don't know how that works. But they're really nice. Like this one is only 2 years old, and everyone's drying stuff out. Look at that freaking fire ring.
No, that's the same. That thing is really nice.
That's ridiculous. And then here's what the inside looks like. And people leave stuff. This is really nice.
Since we were on a break, figured this would be a good time to do a rundown of the pack. So, thank God we're in spring because I can use the Light AF Curve 35. So, mesh pocket, I've got fuel, bug spray, water filtration, I've got my tarp, and I've got my toiletries down here. Got the chair in the V-loop, SBO V-loop. One of my trekking poles had a lot of corrosion on a screw that is the locking mechanism, so I couldn't use it. So I'm down to one trekking pole, so I got one trekking pole. Right now I'm carrying the 1.5 liter smart water bottle on the side, and then bear spray, and then I think it's like a 0.75 liter smaller bottle up front that I can access pretty quickly. Continuing on this journey, I've got my titanium cup and a plastic cup on the side as well. Kevin's carrying the pocket rocket, which we're using. So yeah, holding up really nice.
We made it to camp. We ended up stopping a little bit earlier because there was a sweet campsite that I'll show you right now. So we found a nice campsite, great fire ring, a lot of hammock trees, and right along the Cranberry River. And Sam and Miles are attempting take their chairs onto this little island right there. We'll do a quick little camp tour. Andy's got his Dutch wear chameleon with his 20-degree quilts and the light AF tarp, and then there's a little fire ring. We got Sam with the war bonnet tarp. What's this tarp called? Do you remember? It's the small war bonnet tarp with his maybe the edge tarp, and he's got his blackbird in there. And then I've got the light AF tarp with the Dutch wear banyan bridge hammock. And what I've done, if you know anything about this hammock, you know it can get a little sketchy with the spreader bars touching the tarp. So I have porch moded the back two tie outs, so it's up in the back and down. It's up in the where my head is and down right here. So I have a ton of clearance right there. So I get in it and I can get in and out without it even coming close to touching the tarp. Then Miles is still using the Altiplex. All right, here's the trip update for today. So yesterday we hiked in at that little green arrow and hiked to right around there and spent the night. And then today we hiked from right to the right of that red arrow all the way along this green trail to here. And then the last leg of the trip is go up here and then take this black line all the way back, which is that. So there's a 16.7 mile leg that we have that will start tomorrow, do a good portion of it tomorrow, and then hike out the following day. I'm pretty impressed with Cranberry Wilderness so far. So we are going along this Forest Service road basically for like 12 miles today, and all along it
I recommend going for a swim.
Yeah, it looked pretty crisp and refreshing out there.
It's crisp, but it's equally refreshing.
Yeah. All along this Forest Service road there are like massive military style encampments that people rent and you stay at, and just everybody's fishing for trout along this entire stream. And then there are also these shelters that we stayed at to eat, and we were trying to get one to stay at tonight to like sleep there, but they were all taken. So apparently they're first come first serve, and there's like probably what, 6 or 7 of them of those shelters all along the service road, and they're just all along the river, and people are fishing and staying there. So if you do come here, check out those shelters, and like you could like camp in, you could hike in, make like a day camp out of it and do some fishing. It'd be cool. But this is a very, very cool area so far. Sam and Miles have been putting in you guys have been putting in the work here.
That's right.
You guys should maybe do some yourself.
Why? It's already done.
Yeah. Miles, doing a great job.
I'm just saying, think about it. Think about it.
I'm thinking about it.
I
started it. It's going well. Is that stuff dry at all?
It's pretty dry, yeah. The outer stuff's getting there. It's got some work to do, but
You know, as stupid as it is, the pocket rocket makes the most sense if you and I split it.
yeah.
Because it's lighter than any stove.
Yeah.
You think? If we split the weight?
No. If you split the weight, the alcohol. If we were sharing an alcohol stove, that'd still
Yeah, but that would suck.
wouldn't
like-
be as fast.
Like this, you can definitely use between 2 people. This type of stove. Yeah. The pocket rocket's doing well. So Andy carries the canister, I carry the stove. It's pretty light that way. It's a solid looking fire. It's almost like a phase 3.
Working on it. Working on it. Use stronger base for phase 3.
I mean, those logs are huge. Right there. And I have so for dinner, I mix our buffalo chicken with Easy Mac, and it turns out really well. So that's here. Miles, I saw that chicken teriyaki. That looks pretty good.
We're getting there.
Sam, you haven't even started yet.
I'm boiling water.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I'm making lasagna.
Lasagna. That lasagna is good. You've had that, haven't you?
It's a classic.
We didn't explain your food preparation strategy you guys employed. You just bought the Mountain House mixer pack from Costco.
Yeah, exactly. It was a package deal.
How much was it?
13 meals,
$80.
$79.
for 13.
13 mountain houses for 80 bucks? That's really good. Yeah, that's really good. I should have done that. We're taking bear precautions seriously. Yeah. It's weird not seeing the face bags up there.
These are nice.
Yeah, you like those? They're a little bit bigger than the face bag. Now, Miles is using my old Z-Packs bag.
No, it's the...
Oh, the Light AF. Miles has my Light AF bag. Sam has his Light AF bag. Andy and I have the medium-sized SVO bags from Hilltop Packs. We couldn't fit 4 days of food in the small face bag. We are actually trying to take bear stuff seriously as this happens. And at the first day, it's actually pretty hard because all 4 of those food bags together are they're pretty heavy. But by the second day, oh, here we go. Oh, maybe. God, swinging around. I think it'll work. So this is their new technique. It makes sense though. Yeah. Yeah, they utilize the chairs and just kick up so much ash in doing so.
It's a little bit of dust in the air though.
Here we go. Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, shit.
All right.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got the coffee bar going. So, my Dagliadoro. It's actually, this is instant espresso too, but it's flavored. I use that as flavoring. And then somewhere I've got the Nescafe. So, a bunch of different coffees. It's clutch. And then this is gonna be good. This is breakfast. And usually I don't have fancy breakfast, but why not? Andy's morning is brought to you by Nutrient Foods. So what do you got there?
I got the vitamin coffee.
Is that right there? What do you have right there?
Yeah, this is basically a salad.
How does it? Have you tasted it?
No, I seriously haven't. It's not bad. Doesn't have that punch you in the face coffee flavor. It's not bad though. It's good.
So we should have 2 of them at the same time.
Or put a thing of Folgers in there.
Yeah. What are you having for breakfast?
I got some biscuits and gravy.
And everyone's got biscuits and gravy.
Yep. We're going granola today.
Sam, you have biscuits and gravy?
Yes, I do.
Nice. Miles has granola.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't get a shot of it because I ate it so fast, but the Packet Gourmet Santa Fe corn pudding with a little bit of Frank's Red Hot
2 thumbs up.
was really good. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I'm trying to think if it's better than biscuits and gravy. What'd you have you had lasagna for dinner last night and biscuits and gravy right now? Nice. So I'm not hiking behind Sam.
Should we tell the story right now?
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, you tell it.
So Sam's.
So here's a shot of Sam. Sam's got 2 mugs. Sam,
No, hold up your other mug. Okay.
Now, this is perfectly fine, no matter what they tell you.
no, this is a good story.
Sam's significant other reached out to us around the holiday season, wondering what were some good ideas for some possible Christmas presents. So we thought, well, Sam's been carrying this stainless steel mug for years, which he hasn't replaced. So we picked out a nice Toaks titanium pot
To replace the stainless steel one. Or the aluminum one.
to replace the stainless steel one. And
Now Sam brings both of them. So we were trying to lower his base weight, and now but it is nice having 2 mugs.
yeah, it is.
Yes, it's the whole idea of 2 mugs. I would have had 2 mugs before, and I just didn't. But
Which one do you like better?
certainly I like the lighter one.
Do you like the lighter one? Yeah. Now you need to get a second titanium mug.
That's probably what we'll have to do.
Or just be like Miles and hike in solo cups. Oh, that's right, you have 2.
I got double banger on that.
That's right.
And solo cups.
Yeah. There she is, just about loaded up. And the Light AF Curve 40 has really been such a good pack for me. No face bag. but it really, I mean, I've got 4 days of stuff in here. It easily fits. It's really nice. And I have the banyan hammock, so I've got like those spreader bars. So I have a little bit more than I normally take, but I mean, it's fully loaded right now. I just haven't closed it. I've got plenty of room. And the bear spray fits perfectly right there. It's great. So as always, super impressed. And this time I actually have the Light AF hip belt pockets on there instead of the Z-Packs ones. They're a little bit smaller than the Z-Packs ones, but I can still fit the M50 camera in one, so it doesn't matter. The final leg, which we're gonna get there in about 2 miles, is this blue trail, which is 17 miles and all uphill. So we are 2 miles before this. We're gonna hike to it, and then, I mean, you just have this massive 1,000-foot climb over the first 2.5 miles. Our goal is to get about 11 or 12 miles into this north-south trail 688, so that would put us at about 14 for the day, and then give us about 4 to 6 miles to hike out in the morning. Trail looks a little different now. So we're just starting the final 17-mile stretch of the north-south number 688 trail, and at least it's blazed. There's a blaze up there, but you can see it's not like walking on a gravel Forest Service road. The breakfast climb is done. So 2.5 mile, like 1,000-foot climb, kind of up into this little hilly mountain area is done. And then we're just cruising on this north-south trail. Finally hit pine forest. Whoa! And I'm not gonna lie, this trail is a little bushwhacky. You can tell trail crews have not been out this year because of this whole pandemic thing. So that it's pretty overgrown, and there's a lot of down trees and stuff you gotta walk around. So it's we're taking our sweet time on it, but luckily it's kind of flattened out a little bit, and the elevation isn't too bad, and we're in a pine forest, so it's a little bit softer. But without GPS, we would be totally lost. So pro tip, if you're coming here, you gotta have GPS, and we have multiple different GPSs. So like we have my Garmin InReach, we have the Hiking Project app on our phone, Andy has Gaia GPS, and we've had to use many different sources to make sure we're on the right trail. So word to the wise, just avoid this trail. There's no reason to subject yourself to this. So
glad I only have one hiking pole so I can have GPS.
Yeah, so we're like the western segment of the north-south trail. I mean, we're going 1/4 mile to a mile at a time with no trail. Luckily we found a cairn right there, and Andy just has his phone GPS out the entire time. So I mean, that's where the trail is. There's no trail.
Thank God for the Hiking Project.
Yeah, if you didn't have GPS, this would be impossible. So it's pretty. I mean, you're out in these like pine, like mossy pine forests, but there's no trail, and we're just straight out bushwhacking it, following like a GPS beacon. And then like every a mile or so, we'll see like a cut log and know we're on trail. So it has slowed us down significantly. As if this couldn't get any worse. A, it started raining, which is fine. B, both my trekking poles broke. They're stowed. I'm keeping them so I can maybe use them for the tarp, but they both snapped at the bottom. So we're just making our way on this in the rain. And hopefully, it doesn't seem like it's gonna rain for too long. All right, so as you can see, I'm under the tarp now. So quick rundown of the past hour and a half. So thunderstorm came in, rolled through, and we got to about a mile or two from where we wanted to be. And there was a nice campsite, and the rainwater, it was raining so much that there's actually a stream trickle like on the trail itself. So we were able to use that to get water. So we're in for the night. There's an overview of our camp setup. So the trail is right along there, and we kind of ducked over the other side during a thunderstorm, and we were able to collect water that was just running down the trail. And then we came back up here, and it was just pouring down rain. And so we're about 8 miles from the car, and we set up back here, and everything is saturated. But we're fighting and getting a fire going so we can dry stuff out, and then it's happy hour time. What's the honest review of the north-south trail? It was pretty bad.
It was bad.
Was it worse than Linville Gorge?
No.
I was close.
It was longer.
It was bad.
How many times did we get lost?
How many times did you have to use the GPS?
75%
I was
of the time.
Yeah. Like 50 plus times.
Imagine just walking a trail, trying to pay attention to where your feet are, because it's all rocks too. Rocks and roots, and then looking at a GPS the whole time for like 5 hours.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible. Yeah.
I was impressed that you and then going 1 mile an hour.
Yeah, we were going 1 mile an hour.
And then storming. And running out of water.
Somehow.
But we had a good conversation that backpacking is all mental.
It is
because you know that like at the end of the day you're gonna have some dry gear, you're gonna have dry insulation, you're gonna be able to get warm. It's just getting over that barrier and making it to it.
Sam, what's your review of the north-south trail?
Yeah, well, I wish I had something new to add, and I don't.
But you thought it was
it was
awful.
brutal.
Yeah.
It was tough. You know, it was everything this backcountry throws at you. It was all kind of, we got it all today.
Why? Nobody should do that trail.
No. Well, I mean, someone needs to do something to that trail.
Trail volunteers should do that trail and make a trail.
I mean, there were like several miles that were not even a trail.
I think it would have been easier going the other direction, because I felt like once we got to the point, it was very clear from the other way which way to go. But
it was the trail was at best just like an abstract for just like, go through this area. This is the trail. It's not walk through this. Then
head north.
Just find it.
It just really sucks when you're trying to go 1 mile. When you're trying to move at a decent pace and you can only go 1 mile an hour. Good morning from the beautiful Cranberry Wilderness. Man, there's a nice sunrise coming up behind me. Pretty hilarious night. So probably like 10:45. I slept through the first wave, but at 10:45, Sam and Miles were talking, and they woke me up. And they're like, man, we heard some big animal come through camp, breathing loud, making a lot of noise.
It was right by our food bags, which are hung. I'm like, oh, it's probably a bear. You know, coming through camp, we saw lots of signs of bears today. So then the same noise comes back, and I heard it. It was actually, which I've heard, and Dolly Sods a lot. It's more terrifying sounding than a bear is a deer snorting. So if you've never heard deer snorting at night, this is what that was, it is kind of weird and unsettling. So that same deer came back several times and was snorting at us, you know, probably up until midnight. So pretty annoying. How'd you sleep?
Huh?
How'd you sleep?
Okay. Not the greatest.
Did it rain? I don't think it did.
A little bit.
The snorting deer came back.
I didn't hear it again.
Oh really? I did.
No.
He was all around us. I told Miles to prepare, because Dolly Sods, you hear that regularly.
Those are deer that are like, they don't see you, but they can smell us.
They're pissed.
And they're pissed.
We got this for breakfast. Nutrient oatmeal. Smells good. Apple cinnamon. 15 grams of protein. 14 vitamins and minerals. So it's definitely seems healthier than regular oatmeal.
Yeah, it's having a salad for breakfast.
Yeah.
All right, for breakfast I got coffee. Two coffee packets, because one just ain't cutting anymore. Folgers and a Nescafe. As I like to say, I'm a connoisseur of crappy coffee. And then I'm trying out this, we'll see, Nutrient cereal. I'm not a big cereal person, but yep, maple almond, so I just put it in my mug. I don't think it has milk powder in it, so I think I'm just gonna add water.
Oh yeah, I was curious.
Yeah, so it's just gonna be watery cereal. I'm sure. I mean, it looks like Rice Krispies. I see almond slices and all sorts of stuff. Hey, during the pandemic, what are you doing for your immune system? Kevin's gonna give us a run through of his.
After I got these before our Laurel Highlands trail. So after almost 4 years, these both, this goddamn trail, both broke yesterday.
Where's the break? Let me see.
So here's the first break on this top section.
Yeah.
So I can, in theory, replace this one with that. And then the other one, so you can see it right there.
Hold on.
See that?
Oh.
Yeah, any weight on either of these will snap them.
And
Miles had
the cleat off.
Miles
and yours.
lost one.
Yep. And then my the locking mechanism on mine.
So we've lost 4 trekking poles in 3 days.
Yeah.
Damn.
To be fair, mine's been kind of wonky for a little while.
Yeah.
I just been lazy on replacing that
Well,
screw.
I'm gonna cannibalize this for Miles.
Yeah. I wonder if you can buy sections from Cascade.
I don't know. They're so cheap. Like a section's probably $20. The poles are like 30 or 40 for all of them.
Yeah.
But I at least I can make this one functional.
At least you got a good use out of them, and at least they're not like $200 trekking poles.
No, the $200 trekking poles lasted like 30 miles.
And literally the first 20 feet in, our feet are soaking wet again.
Not mine.
Oh, you made it through?
I made it through, yeah.
Ah, damn it.
No space, boys. There's no way you make it out of here.
Yeah. Woods are pretty this morning. Everything's damp.
All right, trail is definitely better today than it was yesterday. It's still overgrown and narrow, but at least, we've probably gone 1.5 miles, 2 miles today, and like we haven't had to use the GPS, so that's a win. And I assume the closer we get to the parking lot, the better the trail will get, because it'll be more traveled. But it does go through these mossy, like piney areas. I can't say I'll miss that trail.
Some maintenance. I mean, it's a great trail.
We're out. Yeah, it would be a good trail if it was a lot different.
If they maintained, yeah, it would be a good trail if it was way different than what it is.
Yeah. Miles, what'd you think?
I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
Had glimmers and
They need
nice
to,
parts,
they need
but
to have some trail crews in there.
Yeah. And if you attempt this trail,
Better have GPS.
better have GPS. Or
Looks like I wasn't
a living will. Yeah, I know. All right, so the first trip of the West Virginia tour comes to an end. And this has made me so much more excited for the second leg of this trip, because Dolly Sods, the trails there, at least the trails there are good. They'll probably be muddy, but they're at least like open and you can navigate them. So next up, Dolly Sods. The in between trip legs hotel room. Oh man, it gets better. Oh god, this hotel room must smell so bad. And we got stuff drying there. We got a chameleon up. We've got tree straps. We've got tarps.